Pair of teenagers on the front row who grew up racing against each other in micro sprints, and now they're out here on the big track with Westbrook taking the early lead. Dykstra on the move, and here comes Hill as well.
Here comes Hill to the inside of Westbrook. She's run many laps against young Dillon as they've been coming up through the micro sprint ranks, but here comes Dave Dykstra right in the middle. Hot off his first win since 2011, a couple of weeks back. He's in second.
Hill went for a bit of a slide there, and now Jake Brown has gotten around her for third. Up front, it's still Westbrook in the 47X leading the way. He's looking for 2 wins in a row here at Oshwegan.
Westbrook leading the way over Dave Dykstra in that second spot. Alex Hill in third. Fourth right now is Jake Brown. Then you've got Mitch Brown, the point leader right now, running in fifth as there's troubles on the 01J of Paul Lang.
So Lang takes the 01 off the track so we can keep going here. Westbrook went to the bottom just to make sure, and now that gives Dykstra a bit of a run on him in turns 3 and 4.
Off of corner number 4 they come with Dylan Westbrook, your leader, Dave Dykstra in second. Hill right now feeling the pressure from Jake Brown, the little bed, 110, working that inside line, trying to work by the Six Nations sensation as they go down the backstretch.
Brown's been quick all year in that number 110 car, his rookie season in 360s, but still it's Hill holding off the Brown 110 for now. Up front, Westbrook and Dykstra about to get into traffic.
Leaders come off of corner 4 as Dylan Westbrook continues to lead, looking for 2 wins in a row here at Oshwegan Speedway. He's been on fire, 3 wins in 3 weeks. As soon as he got that first win, the floodgates have opened, and he's already caught the back of the field. He'll work to the inside of Cole McDonald in the 0C.
So Westbrook slides up high now, loses a bit of time, but Dykstra had to get around the 0C of McDonald, and now Jonathan off the track in front of the leaders.
Yeah, heavy traffic right in front of the leaders as Dylan Westbrook will catch Derek Jonathan, who slides up high in corner number 3. Westbrook goes down low. He'll have the lead across the stripe. Dykstra has that lap car between he and leader Dylan Westbrook.
Yeah, that was perfect timing for Westbrook as Jonathan set a bit of a pick on him, but now Dykstra back on the move here as Westbrook goes to the inside. Dykstra trying to get to the outside of Turner and Zankin.
More lap traffic for the leader as it's lead winger, but he'll be down the inside line, so it should be fairly easy going for Dylan Westbrook as Dave Dykstra has cleared the other cars and now has his sights set back on leader Dylan Westbrook as they work it across the stripe. The cross flags in the air, 10 in, 10 to go.
Dykstra's done about as well as he can to get through the traffic, but it was tougher for him than it was for Westbrook. But he's still got Westbrook in his sights here and still half the race left to go to try to catch him.
Leader works across the stripe another time to complete lap number 11. Dave Dykstra really got sideways in corner number 1, lost a little bit of time right there, and now the yellow flag will fly for the 0C of Cole McDonald, who comes to a rest up the top of corner number 3. The young driver in his rookie season.
Dean Nida went for a spin up there and kept the 17X going, so he will maintain his position when we go back to the last completed lap. But McDonald, who was doing a pretty good job there to hold on a bit of a tricky track here, a little bit dusty and the sun's still out. A lot of traffic going on, so a lot of things for the rookie driver who's only been out here for a couple weeks in a full-size sprint car.
Well, guys, he's got a bit of damage on the right.
Last check, the guarantee was $600. Last week, $3,700 went to the winner. You flagged down the 50-50 ticket sellers in the bright pink t-shirts. So 11 laps in, 9 to go, with Dylan Westbrook looking to make it 2 in a row here at Oshwegan Speedway and make it 4 weeks in a row with a 360 sprint car win. It all started back at the start of the month up at the South Buxton Raceway, the first weekend in July. Then he backed it up down at Brighton Speedway with a second win. Won last week here, now looking for 4 in a row here in this month, and he will lead them back to the green and past the cone.
Single file past the cone. Dykstra tries a slider at turn 1 and 2, and that didn't work, and now Dykstra loses ground down the back straightaway.
Big pack of cars in behind the leader right now as you got Wenger and Turner and a bunch of lap cars between the top 2 and third place right now.
12 laps on the board now, 8 to go as the 2 leaders streak away from the rest of the pack. A lot of traffic there back there for Jake Brown to try to contend with, as he has 4 cars between himself in the first two cars.
Your leader is Dylan Westbrook. Second place right now, Dave Dykstra. Then you've got to go a little ways back, 4 lap cars back to the Little Ben 110 of Jake Brown. Now Mitch Brown just slides to the inside of Alex Hill as they go side by side right now for 4th and 5th.
Dane Nida on the move now in the 17X, gets to the outside of Brown and going to try to get around all of those 3 cars that are in front of him, but still hasn't been able to do it yet.
Leaders come off of corner 4 another time. This time by, it's 15 complete. The big high 5 comes out from Kyle McKenzie. 5 more trips around for Dylan Westbrook, who's been hooked up since the drop of the green flag.
Derek Jonathan puts up some dust up there in 3 and 4. He got off track again, but up front, it's all Dylan Westbrook at the moment, as he's got 4 laps to go, catching a big pack of lap cars again.
Down the backstretch, he will go another time in that Oswego Speedway car, 47X, and he's got a few cars running the lane that he is in, so it's going to be a little bit of work here with now just 3 laps to go for Dylan Westbrook.
Your championship chase is getting interesting here. Dane Nida has gotten ahead of the points leader Mitch Brown for the moment. Brown fights back on the inside as those 2 race for the 5th position.
Coming across the stripe this time by, it's 2 laps to go for Dylan Westbrook as he works to the inside of teammate Glenn Styres. Washes up right in front of Styres, works it down the back stretch, a lap and a half to go for his 2nd win in a row.
So Westbrook on a rail now. Dykstra trying hard to keep up. White flag out now for Westbrook. Then it's Dykstra, and the race is still on for 3rd between Nida and Jake Brown now.
Down the backstretch for the final time goes Dylan Westbrook. He goes through corner 3, will work it off corner 4, and Dylan Westbrook will pick up his 2nd win in a row this week in Speedway. Dave Dykstra will come home in 2nd, and it looks like Alex Hill coming through corner number 4 is going to grab the 3rd spot. She'll go to the podium, and we'll talk to all 3 down at Mobile 1 Victory Lane.
So Westbrook, Dykstra, Hill, your top 3, then Jake Brown 4th. Dane Nida will finish 5th, Mitch Brown 6th. Tyler Hendricks 7th.
For a year as well. That was a part of the rain-out night. He's out of the car. He's got the flag going up top. Let's hear it for Dylan Westbrook. So he'll grab the checkered flag. You get a Mobile 1 hat, a plaque, and most importantly, he gets the Pinty's wings for a year. Dave Dykstra coming home in 2nd. Alex Hill with a very solid 3rd place run. Four weeks in a row with a sprint car win. A 360 sprint car win. Started it off back on July the 2nd at South Buxton Raceway with the SOS. Won the following week, July the 9th at Brighton Speedway with the SOS. Then he won last Friday night, July 15th, and now gets his 2nd in a row at Oswego Speedway. There's the hat. There's the plaque. More importantly, here's the year of wings from Pinty's, and he's excited about that as well. Dylan, man, the floodgates are open right now for you in Victory Lane.
Yeah, this is awesome. I was really hoping I'd get the win tonight, kind of get a bit more ahead in points and everything, and car was set up awesome. Couldn't have been any better. This is awesome.
Got to be a lot of heat inside that car, and a busy night for you. Double features as well. A lot of hydration, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, before the feature, I drank like 3 bottles of water out there, getting ready to go, but hey, it worked.
Who would you like to thank for the win?
Really got to thank Glenn for supplying the car, all my crew and friends and family, everyone who helps out to get me here every week.
Enjoy the wings. Don't eat them all at once. Dylan Westbrook, your winner down here in Victory Lane. We'll grab Dave Dykstra here. Dave Dykstra, we'll grab you around here at the front of the car real quick. Dave, really having a great comeback season. You got to win a couple of weeks ago, and man, this is the Dave Dykstra old. You got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, the car was good tonight. It's getting a little slippery up top, but yeah, it's going to be a nice feature. The 2nd feature, yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Who would you like to thank for the runner-up spot?
I'd like to thank all the sponsors, the Burger Barn, Ace One Construction, and all my crew. Definitely, if it wasn't for them, last couple weeks we've worked our tail off. And it's showing. So it's good.
Always a fan favorite. Dave Dykstra comes home 2nd place here tonight. And the Six Nations sensation comes home 3rd. Alex, you've had a phenomenal rookie season, but I've talked to your mom, and a confidence builder is what you need. I think you had that tonight. A great run, 3rd place for you.
Yeah, I haven't really been doing good, especially at Oswego this year, and just to get 3rd, your podium finish is pretty good and boosts my self-confidence.
Who would you like to thank for the third place?
Daryl, Ronnie, the entire Hills Racing, my mom and dad. Can't thank them enough.
There you have it, the Six Nations sensation, Alex Hill, coming home third here tonight. So Dylan Westbrook makes it 2 in a row with the Cool Kids Core Pack Sprint Cars. We get ready to go back to heat racing action. We'll have more sprint cars a little bit later on with their qualifying heats right before intermission, and their feature will run last this evening.
So the Strickland's GMC Crate Sprint Car Heat races are next up as we await the finish up of Mobile One Victory Lane down there. Alex Hill, her first time on the podium in a 360 sprint car here at Ohsweken, and she's got a bit of a puddle under the front end of that car, so the crew are going to have to take a good look at that one before they can get going in heat race action here. Your first Strickland's GMC Crate Sprint Car Heat Race brought to you by Creative Edge Signs and Graphics. And starting on the pole from Burlington, it's his sponsor night on Jibs Action Sports Night.
Qualifying heat. We are underway. Stan Zankin and John Slater lead them into corner number 1.
So a couple of Niagara drivers on the front row of this one, but the New Yorker Paulie Colagiovanni takes second away from Zankin now and goes after Slater.
And already from the back row, here comes Glenn Styres working that high side line. I'm sure he took some time during that little break to get his car improved, got lapped in that first feature, and here he is working to the outside of Stan Zankin with your leader, Sean Slater. Jake Brown here goes for the lead.
Boy, Styres has had to use the brakes a couple times now with Zankin and Jonathan sliding up in front of him. But up front, Jake Brown takes the lead away now from Slater and Colagiovanni. But Colagiovanni not going away here on the top side, takes second back away from Slater.
So Jake Brown is your leader. Paulie Colagiovanni right now in second. Then it's Sean Slater. Derek Jonathan. And the battle for fifth is between Glenn Styres and Tyler Hendricks.
Derek Jonathan holding off both of those drivers for the moment. Up front, it's Jake Brown still, as he'll get the halfway signal this time by Colagiovanni, still working that top side stubbornly, but Brown looks quicker on the bottom right now.
4 in, 4 to go in this first qualifying heat. Jake Brown leads the way over Paulie Colagiovanni, who got a little high there in corner number 2, trying to close the gap on the leader in the Little Bend 110.
Brown just patiently running that bottom side as Colagiovanni goes as hard as he can around the top side. And right now the shortest way around the track is the fastest one for Jake Brown. Styres now has gotten clear of Hendricks and Jonathan, and he goes after Slater for the third spot.
2 more times around for Jake Brown, your current leader, Paulie Colagiovanni in second. Sean Slater holding there in third. Glenn Styres working to the outside of him. He's in fourth. Fifth right now is Tyler Hendricks. Sixth is Derek Jonathan. Seventh is Lee Winger. And eighth is Stan Zankin.
Styres working hard to try to take that third spot away from Slater. White flag in the air for Jake Brown as Colagiovanni still working that top side and maybe gaining some ground now.
Yeah, getting a good run there down the backstretch. This time going into 3, really throws it high in corner number 3. Brown on the bottom, Colagiovanni on the outside. Coming to the white checkered flag, rather the win will go to Jake Brown. Colagiovanni comes home in second. Then it's Glenn Styres grabbing third at the line from Sean Slater. Tyler Hendricks will come home in fifth, and it's Derek Jonathan, Lee Winger, and Stan Zankin completing that one. There's your winner of Creative Edge Signs and Graphics Heat Race number 1 out of Brantford, Ontario. Driving the Autobahn Finishers Canada Hills Tire and Gas Strodes Barbecue. Little Bend 110, it's Jake Brown. Rookie driver having a great season in that Little Bend 110. Jake Brown picked up the win on opening night. Second qualifying heat coming out. Another 8 cars. 8 more laps go up on the board. Starting on the pole at Work Tolburn. to the green.
So they have reversed their roles from the feature. Hill cut off Westbrook there. Now Westbrook slides Hill, and here comes Gartley stealing the lead away from both of them.
Yeah, he let them both battle it, and he took the inside line, grabbed the lead for the moment, but here comes Dylan Westbrook. Hooked right back up on the outside line. Has to let out just a little bit, though, as Gartley kind of got up into his line.
Gartley's been improving each and every week here, the sophomore driver in that number 6 car, and now he falls back into second as Westbrook goes to the bottom this time in turns 3 and 4. Ryan Turner on the move in that 91 car up to third now.
2 laps go on the board, 6 to go in the second qualifying heat with Dylan Westbrook, your leader. Curtis Gartley got really sideways in corner 2. That allowed Ryan Turner to shoot on by and grab the second spot. It opened the door as well for Corey Turner, who's now in third. The Turners working their way up to the field.
Yeah, they did not have good luck last weekend in a triple header for them, and looking for much better results this week. Dylan Westbrook still underway here in the 47X, way up front of Ryan Turner at the halfway signal.
Across the stripe, 4 in, 4 to go. 4-leader Dylan Westbrook. Ryan Turner sits there in that second spot, started in second. And Corey Turner right now running in the third position as they work it across the stripe, this time by its lap number 5.
So Westbrook's got the lead. Second is Turner, Ryan Turner that is. Third is Corey Turner. Then Gartley back to fourth. Hill, who started on the pole, is in the 5th spot right now.
2 to go for leader Dylan Westbrook, who's got it hooked up tonight. Already has a feature win this evening and is looking to cash in on a heat race win with Ryan Turner in second, Corey Turner running third. Corey starting 8th in this one. He'll have a ton of passing points, so we'll see if he maybe can get towards that Top Gun award.
Yeah, Corey is matching currently what Glenn Styres did in heat race number 1, going 8th to 3rd. So we'll see if he can pick up one more spot here. Westbrook going down the backstretch the final time. And out of corners 3 and 4, Westbrook will get the win in heat race number 2.
Ryan Turner comes home in second. Corey Turner will grab third. Fourth will go to Curtis Gartley. 5th is Alex Hill. 6th is Chris Duran. 7th will be Cole McDonald. So your winner of Instant Insulation heat race number 2 out of Oakland, Ontario, in the Bradshaw Fuels Oshweekend Speedway number 47X, it's Dylan Westbrook. Third and final qualifying heat set to head out onto the track. Brought to you by Strickland's GMC in Brantford. Starting lineup, starting on the pole at Port Colborne in the E-Shine car. Turner and Dane Nida lead them down the front stretch.
Turner and Nida down into corner 1 and 2 the first time. Turner went for a bit of a slide there, and here comes Hoopin into the inside to take second away.
Here they come through 3 and 4. Dane Nida working that outside line. Jim Hoopinen on the inside, side by side at the line. Hoopinen, your leader, by just a slim advantage over Nida.
So Hoopinen likes this kind of slick track. He mentioned a few weeks ago they had the car set up for a slick track, and it turned out to be tacky. But now that setup is working out pretty well for the 14H.
Jim Hoopinen, the Red Rocket, leading the way over Dane Nida. Side by side for the third spot between Mitch Brown and Jamie Turner. Then you got Dave Dykstra, second place in that first feature, right now running in 5th.
Yeah, Dykstra's fallen back here a bit in that 5D, but he takes that spot away from Jamie Turner now to go back to 4th. But now he slides up off the track. Turner will take the 4th spot back again. Mitch Brown on the move trying to chase down the 17X of Nida.
Dave Dykstra not enjoying as much success as he had in that feature a little bit earlier on here this evening. 4 laps in, 4 to go with Jim Hoopinen leading over Mitch Brown. Dane Nida in the second spot. Then it's Jamie Turner right now in fourth. Fifth is Dave Dykstra. Sixth, Steve Lyons. Seventh, Barry Beck Jr.
Mitch Brown started sixth in this one. He's up to second now in the 10 as he gets around the 17X of NIDA, but he's a long way back to try to catch Jim Hoopinen for the win.
This time by, it'll be 2 laps to go for the Red Rocket. Jim Hoopinen as he works it off the corner number 4 and under the flag stand. Mitch Brown, downtown Mitch Brown doing just that. Now everyone pretty much right around the bottom, except for Dane Knight, who's committed to trying to use that outside line.
And he's doing okay with it as he tries to catch Brown again, but Hoopinen has the lead by a good margin here over Brown, and now Knight down at the bottom at 3 and 4 as well.
So half a lap to go for your leader. He'll work around Barry Beck Jr. into corner number 3. He'll come through corner number 4, and the win in Strickland's GMC Heat Race number 3 goes to Jim Hoopinen. Mitch Brown will come across the line in the second position. Third will go to Dane Nida. Fourth to Jamie Turner. Fifth to Dave Dykstra. Sixth will be the 9 of Steve Lyons, and the 7th will go to Barry Beck Jr. So there's your winner out of Fenwick, Ontario. And the Gibbons Contracting, Upper Canada Consultants, Amherst Crane Rentals, and Concrete Pumping. 14H, the Red Rocket, Jim Hoopinen. That concludes qualifying heats for the Cool Kids Corpac Sprint Cars. As we get ready for the Gales Auto Aftermarket Bomber feature event, they'll race in the infield oval. We are underway in the B main.
Here we go. Chris Durand and Derek Jonathan on the front row, and Jonathan's been to victory lane here after an A feature before. Chris Durand got a top 10 a couple weeks ago here in that number 67, and they've got the first and second spots coming here to complete lap number 1.
Jonathan works it across the stripe to complete that first lap here, just 10 laps the distance in this one, as Chris Durand works to the outside of Steve Lyons for the second spot down the backstretch.
Lyons got to the inside momentarily, but Durand took it right back there, and he takes it to the inside, trying to chase Jonathan back down, and Durand with a good head of steam down the front straightaway. Now Jonathan hits probably the only rut in the whole speedway here, and keeps it underway here and holds the lead.
Lost some track position though, and here comes Chris Durand. He's got a pin down to the inside line, gains a little bit of time on Derek Jonathan. As they cross the stripe another time, we've got 3 on the board, 7 to go.
Lee Winger currently holding that 5th and final transfer spot. Cole McDonald trying to chase him down in the 0C. Up front, it's still Derek Jonathan with Durand trying to chase him down, as Jonathan is running a lot of different grooves here and hasn't found one to his liking yet, but is staying ahead of the rest of the field so far.
Well, Chris Durand's kind of doing the same thing. He's down low, he's up high, trying to find something. He's closed the gap again. Jonathan really got sideways that time off of 4, and Durand crawls right up to the inside of him. He'll grab the spot going down into 1, but Jonathan fights back on the outside.
Now they both slide up in corner 2, and Jonathan maintains the lead for now, but Durand giving Jonathan all he can handle here in this B main.
Cross the stripe another time to complete lap number 6. 4 laps to go in this B main, side by side for the lead. Here comes Chris Durand to the outside of Derek Jonathan. He's got the nose in front just for the moment, but Jonathan fights back in the bottom side.
And while we've been watching that, Cole McDonald stole the 5th and final transfer spot away from Lee Winger and has driven away from him, but up front, like you said, Craig, still side by side for the lead. Jonathan has it again, but Durand to the outside.
Jonathan down on that inside line. Durand on the outside. Coming down, it's 2 to go for Derek Jonathan of Lewiston, New York, battling with Port Stanley, Ontario's Chris Durand. Again, through 1 and 2, a great race at the front of this one in the B main.
Now Durand noses ahead down the back stretch, drives right to the bottom groove, so Jonathan cannot get a good run. And now Durand has the lead solidly with 1 lap to go.
Final time around for Chris Durand, and now Lee Winger feeling the heat from Barry Beck Jr. at the back of the pack, so keeping an eye on that. But Chris Durand will work it on the high side. Derek Jonathan on the bottom, coming for the win in the B main. Jonathan not going away at the line. It will go to Chris Durand. by 3/100ths of a second over Derek Jonathan. Steve Lyons finishes third. Fourth will be Stan Zenkin. Fifth, great job by youngster Cole McDonald. Then it's Lee Winger and Paul Lang going home. Sorry, Paul Lang in the 0-1 junior. No, Barry Beck Jr. in the 0-1. Paul Lang was in it earlier on in the evening. So Chris Duran, Derek Jonathan, Steve Lyons, Stan Zenkin, and that young man there in the 0C, Cole McDonald, transferred to tonight's A main.
Race number 2 of the night underway here. Cola Giovanni and Ryan Turner leading the way, but Jim Hoopinen through the middle, making it 3 wide for the lead.
And he did that, hitting a big bump in quarter number 1, but stays there in the fight for the top spot. Ryan Turner, Jim Hoopinen, Paulie Cola Giovanni, 3 for the lead.
Jim Hoopinen still looking to get back to victory lane here in 2016. The 2-time track champ now has the lead over Ryan Turner.
Jim Hoopinen, the Red Rocket, out in front of this one with Ryan Turner now back in the second spot. The fight is on now for the third position, a pair of 10 cars. Paulie Cola Giovanni has it. Here comes downtown Mitch Brown, working the inside lane. They're side by side off of 2.
Now Glenn Styres making his presence known here in that 0 car. He's right behind the 3rd and 4th place machines as Hoopinen continues to lead with 3 laps on the board. Yellow will come out. Sean Slider spins around on the back straightaway.
Sean Slater loops the 22 car around. We'll bring out the first caution in this one with 2 laps on the scoreboard.
No damage down here on the Goleta Flooring Services. 22 for Sean Slater tonight. The Al Goleta machine running pretty good here for Slater, but he finds himself the wrong way down the back straightaway. They should just be able to straighten him out and push him off, guys.
Back, but Sean Slater is able to get the 22 car back out on the track, and we will see the white flag, and next time by we'll be back to the green. 2 in, 18 to go in our final feature of the night.
Hoopinen way up off the track there as a lot of these drivers trying to keep those tires as cool as possible up there in that loose dirt.
Coming back to the green flag, single file past the restart cone. Jim Hoopinen takes them way up the banking, dives all the way back down. We're back into the green flag, and they fire it down the front stretch, and Hoopinen gets a fantastic start.
Yeah, that was a veteran move by Hoopinen there. Ryan Turner, the sophomore driver, did not get a good start on that one, and now Cola Giovanni on the tail end of the 91.
And he had to get on the binders on the back stretch as Turner got in front of him, and now Slater goes back around in corner number 2, and that will put us back under the yellow flag for Sean Slater down in corner number 2. So we remain on lap number 2. They did not get that complete lap in. So go back to the same lineup that we had previously. Sean Slater will get a push. And we'll have one more attempt if he spins one more time. I believe he is finished for this.
I've been there many times, so they're looking to move their way around those top 3.
And Jamie Turner, Corey Turner both have 360 sprint car wins. It's Ryan Turner's turn now. He's sitting there in second. Maybe this could be the night, but Jim Hoopinen right now, the man to beat as they come back to the green flag. 2 laps in. And this time, Ryan Turner gets a little bit better start. He at least stays within striking distance of the leader.
Yeah, Hoopinen didn't go way up to the top that time, but now he gets a good run out of corner 2, 3 wide for second as Turner, Cola Giovanni, and Brown are all in there.
Tell you what, Paulie Cola Giovanni really seems like he's on a mission tonight, driving that car very hard. He's side by side of the line with Ryan Turner, and now Mitch Brown into the fold as well. He'll shoot up through the middle.
Still 3 wide for the second spot with Glenn Styres behind them. It's still Hoopinen up front, 3 wide again for second in corner 3 and 4.
Jim Hoopinen, your leader at the stripe. Cola Giovanni right now in second, but Brown and Turner going at it, duking it out. Mitch Brown's been struggling a little bit with his brand new chassis, but he's up there in the mix here tonight.
Now they go 3 wide again, and Styres is inching closer to that battle for the second spot. Hoopinen up front is going to get into slower traffic pretty quickly here as Turner, Brown, and Cola Giovanni fight over that second spot.
Hoopinen, meanwhile, has a pin down to the inside line, beginning to catch some of the lap traffic. So this lead that he has, we'll see if it stays or evaporates as the 4 cars behind him are going at it tooth and nail. You've got Turner, Cola Giovanni, Brown, and Styres all together.
Cola Giovanni was 0.3 of a second quicker than Hoopinen in the last lap there, as the slower cars get the move over flag from our flagman Kyle McKenzie. Hoopinen getting into the teeth of the traffic now. Styres, I think, may have caught the front stretch wall the last time by.
Loses a bit of ground there, and now Cola Giovanni working that outside line, might be closing the gap just a little bit, looking very strong out there as he catches the lap cars. He's cleared himself of Ryan Turner, who's back there in third. Mitch Brown fourth, and fifth is Glenn Styres. Just as I say that, they tighten it up. Oh, big move down the backstretch. Cola Giovanni didn't have room between the wall, and Alex Hill, and he got into it. Car still going.
He's definitely caught that right rear tire. It's white-walled there, but he keeps it going for now. Turner back to second. Brown has fallen back to the 5th spot as Styres got around him up front. Hoopinen getting into more traffic.
Cola Giovanni, I think he knew if he's going to keep the leader in sight, he had to try and fit through that hole. It did not work, and now Ryan Turner has that second spot. But give credit to Paulie, he's still fighting on that outside line.
Yeah, the New York driver there fighting with the Ontario drivers for a win here, and he slides the slower car of Zankin to try to keep Ryan Turner in his sights, but now Turner pulls away and maybe starting to gain a bit on Hoopinen.
Hoopinen working through very heavy traffic. He gets by Derek Jonathan and the 22 of Sean Slater. Now Alex Hill will take her car into the infield. So maybe some problems after that contact with Paulie Cola Giovanni.
Hoopinen now has 3 lapped cars between himself and second place, Ryan Turner. Then it is Cola Giovanni third. Mitch Brown has recovered to fight with Glenn Styres for the 4th spot.
Jim Hoopinen working off of corner number 4. This time by will complete lap number 13. 7 remain on the board. He's got 3 lap cars between he and second place Ryan Turner. Then it's Cola Giovanni right now in third. Mitch Brown fighting with him. He's in 4th, and Glenn Styres completing the top 5. Right now Dylan Westbrook sits in 6th. 7th is the 5D of Dave Dykstra. 8 is Corey Turner in the 97. 9th is the Little Ben 110 of Jake Brown. And 10th at this point, I believe, is Curtis Gartley.
Still a good race going on for the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th positions as Hoopinen has pulled away in the lead. Cola Giovanni now tries to put a slider on Turner for the 2nd spot. Can't make that happen. And now Mitch Brown, where did he come from? He was falling back, and now to the inside on Turner for 2nd.
And here comes Brown working that inside line, gets by Turner down the backstretch, and here comes Cola Giovanni again, making another charge, and he's bringing Glenn Styres along with him. But now there is just 4 laps to go for the leader, Jim Hoopinen. The rest of the field's going to need a yellow if they have any chance to catch the Red Rocket.
Yeah, Hoopinen's got 4 lapped cars between himself and second place, Mitch Brown. But now Cola Giovanni takes that back as they split Steve Lyons down the back straightaway. So put Cola Giovanni back to 2nd for now, but Brown fights back on the inside.
Hoopinen down in corner number 2. Brown just going into corner 2 now, so a bit of a distance, about a straightaway gap between 1st and 2nd place. This time by, it's 2 to go for the Red Rocket, Jim Hoopinen.
Hoopinen looking for his first feature win in several years here at Ohsweken in that 14H car. 2nd is still Mitch Brown, but Cola Giovanni and Styres are there.
Field works off of corner number 4. Jim Hoopinen will come to the white flag, looking for his first win in quite some time. Jim Hoopinen leads them into corners 1 and 2. The battle for 2nd continues on. Those 210 cars going at it tooth and nail as they work down off of corner number 2. Brown back to 2nd, but it won't matter. Checkers will come out in the air, and the win will go to the 14H of Jim Hoopinen. 2nd place will go to Mitch Brown. 3rd will be Paulie Cola Giovanni. And Dave Dykstra will grab a top 5 at the line. We'll go down trackside and talk with our top three in Mobile 1. Hooping and getting all the safety gear off. He's got the Mobile 1 checkered flag. Pretty happy man down here in Mobile 1 Victory Lane. This is where we're used to seeing the Red Rocket. It's been a while. It's got to feel pretty sweet.
Yeah, I think it's been 3 years now, and yeah, finally. It's been a long, hard struggle this last couple of years, and track was great tonight. It was smooth and a little bit tacky in the bottom, but I think we finally got this car working.
Yeah, you really had it hooked up. No one had anything for you. It was a good battle for second. They were a long way back. I know you probably didn't know that, but big confidence booster heading into two big races this week.
Yeah, well, I was kind of hoping to win both features tonight. I heard Clinton was going to give me a bonus, but we missed the setup on the first one, and we figured it out for the heat there and drove away in the heat, and then I don't think we changed anything for the feature. We just wanted to keep it the same, and yeah, I got to thank all my crew guys, Andrew, Jimmy, Patrick, my girlfriend Steph. She works on the car all week. She actually washed it for me every week, so that's a bonus because I hate washing the car. My mom, it's this one's for my dad. He passed away a little while ago, and yeah, it's been a tough year. So glad to be back here. Got to thank all the sponsors: Gibbons Contracting, Dunwell Silo, Upper Canada, Amherst. Tidy Man, he was here last week. Too bad we couldn't get it done last week. But, it's been a good year so far. We haven't wrecked anything yet. And we just going to keep it that way and hopefully see you back up here again.
A good night overall. You're also the Top Gun Award winner from Nathan Ackland, an extra $150 in your pocket.
Yeah, great. Thanks to Nathan. And, I got to thank Glenn. They worked on this track last couple weeks and got it smooth again. It was a little rough there. And, this whole track crew, the whole management of Oswegan's really getting a good job done here, and, I'm happy to see everything working out so good.
All right, let's hear for the Red Rocket. Jim Hoopinen back in victory lane in the 14-8. Second place tonight, Mitch Brown. Mitch, you and I talked during the week. You were just starting to feel a little bit more comfortable in that car, that new chassis you've got. You look pretty good at the end, but not much for Jim Hoopinen. I don't think anyone did tonight.
No, he was good. Congrats to him, but we got better, and we were terrible at the start of the night, and things got better, so keep going in that direction. We'll be all right.
Quite a wild battle. You were stuck down to that inside line, but Paulie was up there working the high side as well. Still got to be pretty fun running with these guys up at the front.
Yeah, I know our car can move around, but I just was, good old confidence on the bottom, so that seemed to work.
There he is. Mitch Brown comes home second place tonight. Paulie Colagiovanni, man, you're giving it your all there, but a close call in the backstretch, I think, is kind of what did in your chances there. Talk about that.
Yeah, the car felt pretty good. Ken Murphy set it up damn good. My dad was helping out good. And we were on the high side, nice and smooth, and I guess a lapper got a little high, and I tried to avoid it and just nicked the wall.
Now, will we see you back here this week, or when will we see you next?
We might come Monday. Yeah, we'll think about it.
Who would you like to thank for the run here tonight?
I'd like to thank Kenny, my dad, All-Star, Doneth Motorworks, AFCO Shocks, and everyone that could get me here.
All right, there you have it. Paulie Colagiovanni comes home in third place. We have our 50-50 winner here. Where's Jim Lampman? Jim, we'll get you your Mobile One Victory Lane hat. And a good night for you. You talked about it last week. You said you thought you'd figured something out. Looks like you did.
Well, I'll tell you what, my partner Karen, Robbie, Mark, Sherry, last Friday night, we tripped over something by accident. We took a couple big swings at it, found something else on the car on the scales Monday morning. We knew it was going to be slick again tonight. We thought, okay, if that worked good, let's try one more step. And it worked. And you know what? Wait till next Friday, or Monday night. We're going one more yet, see what happens. If you find it out in the cornfield or the parking lot, you'll know we went one too far.
There you have the win tonight. Who would you like to thank?
I'd like to thank Barron Roofing, Terry Keegan. They come on with us this year, helping us out a little bit. It's awesome to put it out here for them. John's Auto Supply in Smithville. The guys were here last week on the sponsor night. We had a good night, so it's taking it forward. So, you know what? We've struggled all season trying to get traction out of these two old metric cars. Hopefully we got something for them now. And I heard rumors, something about a bounty on a Camaro around here. I'll have to go bug Ryan about that in the pits afterwards. So it's pretty bad when one of these old metrics is the one to shut them down. So.
Well, the Camaro killer got them tonight. Jim Lampman in Victory Lane with the Affordable Towing and Recovery Thunder Stocks. That wraps it up from down here trackside. Don't forget, Monday night, July the 25th, and Tuesday night, July the 26th. Make sure you're back here for two big nights of racing. Casey Kane is in town. And, of course, we got the Burger Barn Northern Crate Nationals. That will feature Casey Kane taking on the Cool Kids Core Pack Sprint Cars. And, of course, we've got the Go Nuclear Late Model Series. The ROC Sportsman Tour is in town. We got the Crate Sprints and the Thunder Stocks racing on Monday night. And then Tuesday night, it's the World of Outlaw Craftsman Sprint Car Series is here in town with the 358 Modifieds and the Mini Stocks. 7:30 start time on both. Plenty of advanced reserve tickets for those shows. So make sure you log on to www.oshwekenspeedway.com for more information. So on behalf of all the Styres family, all the ownership, the staff, the officials, everyone that does such a great work and a great job here, and on behalf of my co-announcers Clinton Jeffrey and Tommy Gooch, I'm Greg Kellnan saying so long, and we'll see you on Monday night.